Greg answers questions. If you have questions, Greg answers questions for you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Greg Answers Questions. Or as this week is, it's going to be Greg and Malachi answer questions.
Yes, it is.
This is Malachi. You've seen him in the last couple of videos we put up. Hanging out here. You're actually going to leave town soon. Sooner than expected.
Tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, sometime between then.
He's like, I can't take it anymore. I don't want to be here with you anymore, Greg.
Can't stand it at all. Not one bit.
I said, that's rude. No, you get to go home and be with your family.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Which is nice. So I figured that we'd go through some of your questions from the latest Greg Answers Questions video, and then we would also address some stuff from Malachi's videos, all about his experiences over the past week, and his life. But first, let's get the silly stuff out of the way.
Right.
Would you like to read the...
silly stuff out of the way.
If you read the Greg Answers Questions, I will read the Malachi Fire questions.
So we're helping each other. We're working together.
Absolutely.
Ebony and Ivory.
Working together in harmony.
In harmony. Poopenheimer, 60... Now that's even funnier. Poopenheimer is very hilarious. Hilarious word. You made me laugh. Thank you for that. Poopenheimer, 6746. I'm an aspiring actor, and I would like to know how easy/hard is it to get into the acting business, and how should I go about it?
We actually picked this question. We picked several of these because we both can answer them since we're both actors.
Yes.
Now, you've been out in LA for how long?
I've been out in LA for a year. Okay,
so in the past year you've been pursuing acting, so how hard/easy is it for you?
It's incredibly difficult, but lots of fun. It's you know, you have to love, it has to be your passion, otherwise you'll give up. That's what I'll say. But, you know, if you're willing to do things that will help support you while you're going after what you want, I'd say go for it, you know, do things.
I like doing things.
Yeah.
I treated it like a full-time job when I first moved out here. Once I got fired from my full-time job as a waiter, when I got fired from that, I thought, well, for now I'll pursue acting as a full-time job, and it ended up working out just fine. But I literally 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, you know, I just kind of pounded the pavement.
Yeah. Greg Benson is the best. Who is your favorite actor, actress? That's split up. I said it too fast. Who is your favorite actor or actress?
With a slash.
With a slash.
And listen, we didn't pick this just because you made the username Greg Benson is the best. But thanks for that. I think Malachi's the best.
I'm pretty sure that's why we picked it.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I like Jimmy Stewart and Katharine Hepburn. That's why I vote for Best Actor and Best Actress since film began. I love those two actors. And how about you?
My favorite actor, actress was Martin Lawrence in Big Mama's House, because he was a man and a woman in that movie. Sip of what am I? Did you ever get in a fight? Ever? Like a physical fight? Tell us any and all. Smiley face. I got in a fight when I was in 10th grade, and it was very funny. It's not funny. It wasn't funny then because it hurt a lot. But I was on the football team when I was in 10th grade, and it was the first day, and I walked to the field house, and these two guys came up to me and they said, "Are you new?" I said, "Yeah, I'm on the football team." I thought it was tough. And they said, "Well, you know what you have to do to make a name for yourself here." And I said, "What?" And they said, "You have to fight the biggest guy in the locker room. That's what you have to do." So I was really scared. So we went outside and everybody stood in a circle. And so I stood and put my dukes up and I swung. It was a really wide swing. I hit him right in the face. And I was like, yeah, what? And I thought it was so cool because I thought the fight was over because I hit him in the face. And that's, in the movies, the person always falls down. And as I was raising my hands and spinning in circles, thinking I was really great, I turned just in time to see a fist that was, it was like a meat cleaver. It was a big, giant, big Hulk of a, it was like the Hulk's fist, but white. And it just came, and I saw it like this, just out of the corner of my eye, I looked, and I was like, and I remember my face being, I remember my mouth being open, because when I woke up after being on the ground with the gravel embedded in my face for, I think I was there like 30 minutes. When I came to, my mouth was still open. I was still in that shock, and I had a big bruise from that giant bear of a hand that hit me in the side of the head. So that was the fight I was in.
That's a pretty good story.
Yeah, that's a terrible story.
I would answer also, but I'm afraid we've run out of time.
Forever. I think I just used all the time we have for anything on that story. Jacob9282. Greg, sometimes when I poop, it hurts. How do you deal with this?
I'm going to take this question. I deal with it. It's really no problem for me because I don't feel it when you poop, so it doesn't hurt me at all. Do you feel it?
No, I never feel it when he poops.
Luckily, we have no psychic connection with your asshole.
Zydagus 1324. I'm from Lithuania. Smiley face.
So are we!
Game Kid 98. Hey Greg, I'm a jalapeno. Sad face.
So are we! Let's get on to some questions from questions about you. Would you like to tell them how we know each other?
We know each other from a wonderful video that you should watch. It was a Trivial Pursuit video that we did. Had a great time, and we shot that a couple months ago, was it?
Yeah, that was a few months ago, and I just cast him. I really like his stuff, and we ended up working together, and we actually haven't seen each other since then.
No, we haven't. We have not. We've stayed away from each other, and it's hurt.
On purpose.
Yeah, on purpose.
But then, which one of your friends, Matt, sent me a...
Matt Croteau sent, I don't know if, I hate to learn your name, but Matt Croteau sent a Twitter message to Greg and told him what happened in my house because, you know, I didn't ask anyone for help. I just...
That's important that you guys know that. He never asked anybody for help.
And that was so touching, you know, my Facebook post said, you know, I hope I never have to post this again, but I just lost everything in a fire, but I'm okay. I just wanted to tell everyone that there was a fire and I was alright. And, you know, then people just sprung into action and really did a lot of things to help me out. So it was, I mean, it's incredible. It was the most touching thing that I've experienced in my entire life. It was really, really incredible.
Which brings us to our first question from Stevie Boy 7. A lot of people ask this question, doesn't he have insurance?
Doesn't he have... That's what I would have asked.
Don't you have insurance?
That's what I would have asked. If I had insurance, then this would have all been a lot easier. Unfortunately, and I've talked to my roommate about this, but I was a roommate and I wasn't on the lease. And in order to have renter's insurance, you have to be on the lease.
Also, I remember that, you know, renter's insurance is pretty expensive.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like anybody can afford insurance because it's a gamble any way you look at it, right?
I wouldn't say it's incredibly expensive for most people, but for me it would have been because my expenses were, I had a lot of expenses and not a lot to pay for them because of, you know, what I'm doing, and I will have it when I'm on a lease, definitely, most definitely.
I imagine you will.
Yeah.
Monster Mash MB3 said, I'm only 14. If I could donate, I would. Good luck, Malachi.
Thank you. I don't know who you are, but thank you so much. I mean, it's really one thing that I really needed to hear was that even though people couldn't donate, they were sending me wishes, and you know, that's just as helpful. And I'll tell you why. When I went through that, and I barely escaped out of that door, out of the door from the fire because it was just eating up my room as I left with my life. It was extremely traumatic, and I was really scared. You know, I hate to admit it, but I was nervous being in small rooms. I couldn't sleep, and my mind was really messed up. It was just so traumatic for me. And reading things like that and hearing people saying that they cared for me and that they were thinking about me and praying and sending wishes my way, I can't tell you how much that means. I mean, it was really important for me to see those things. So, you know, you writing something like that and just going out of your way to say it, you know. Some people feel bad about things, but they don't say anything, and you don't have to. But going out of your way to do that shows that you really care, and I really appreciate that. So, you know, to everyone that did send messages and things, like, I was reading them, and the day after Greg posted that video, I was reading the comments, and I was just in tears because so many people were showing me support, and it helped me to get out of the mental state that I was in and start doing things to get back on track. So, you know, you guys jump-started me, and I can't thank you enough. It was incredible. So, thank you.
Oh, here's a really nice message that we noticed that we wanted to comment on. Skonsky said, I was going to give money, but then I saw he was black.
Well, Skonsky, I have a solution for you on that one. I'm only half black, so if you could just send me 50% of that money that you were going to send, I would gladly accept that. Thank you for your help, too.
I just want to say that that was a wonderful thing for you to share, and as a reward for you sharing such a wonderful thing, I'm going to block your channel. That's what I'm going to do because I'm touched right here. So thank you for that. Geo said, and what caused the fire to happen? What caused the fire to happen?
That is what caused it to happen. The fire department had they gave me their report, and it said that it was inconclusive, which I don't completely agree with, but they basically said that they came, there was a fire, they put it out. But I can tell you what I saw when I woke up. The far wall of my house was just completely on fire, and there was smoke above my head. They think it started around an outlet. I had a couple things plugged in, but they're just not sure. They're not sure if it was electrical or if there was an appliance. So, they ruled out arson, so it wasn't anyone deliberately starting a fire. They ruled that out. There was no evidence of that, but as far as
no candles.
No, there were no candles. No one smokes in the house. We're just not sure at this point.
And finally, this is something that really made Malachi laugh here. It said, 110.8 said, I think it's great that you're helping blacks. Again. And then Applesauce Man replied to that, I think it's great that you are retarded but managed to turn your computer on. That's funny.
I read that last night, and Greg and his wife were in here on the couch, and I'm laughing so hard because oh man, that was Applesauce Man. That was a great comeback. I'm hoping that you read what he said and then right away type that response, because that's really, even if it took you 3 hours to think of it, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
That is so funny. Thanks to everyone. I really mean that. I can't thank you guys enough, man. To just show so much support for me, for someone that you've just seen for a couple minutes on some videos, that's incredible, and it shows that you have amazing hearts, and don't ever change that, and continue to just be wonderful, kind people with golden hearts, because it means so very much to me, and I'll never forget your kindness.
Same here. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Someone else asked how much money had been raised for Malachi. The person who set up your fundraiser over at Facebook, which you didn't know about when it was done, right?
Yeah.
It was just set
I
up.
had no idea. I found out about it a couple days later. So.
Yeah. They set a $2,000 goal, and just today that goal was met. So $2,000 has been raised for Malachi to help get him back on his feet. We went shopping today. Went to Salvation Army, picked up some shirts, and your boss at Starbucks gave you a bag of toiletries.
My boss at work bought me $50 worth of just essential things, and
and my buddy Joey brought over a bunch of stuff for you. He brought over some a shelving unit and some tools and some electronics and some socks.
I love these socks.
He gave you a bunch of random stuff in a bunch of different bags, and that was really, really cool. And I know you have a friend who's gonna, when you go home, or your friend's gonna pick you up at the airport, and he's got a coat for you, which is good because it's cold in Chicago.
Really cold in Chicago.
So things are gonna be okay.
They are.
It's easier for me to say.
Yeah.
But for you, it'll take a little bit longer.
But it's easy for me to say. I've been through stuff before, and this is something else to get through and laugh at later. So.
Yeah. But that's the amazing thing. Also, is that you've been laughing about it now, and I think if you can't deal with a tragedy with humor, to let your sense of humor help get you through it, then I think that's a real detriment if you can't do that. And you've been able to do that, and that's a big deal. So. Anyway, I think this video's gone on long enough. But thanks, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. This shirt, maybe?
This shirt.
This Mr. T-shirt?
Yeah.
Thanks to Threadless. Threadless sent this.
Thank they have some really hilarious other shirts that they sent that I saw.
They do.
That I can't wear because they're too small. But if I could wear them, I would love to, because they are
we had
really awesome.
Any of your size, we would do that. Have a great weekend, you guys. See you later. I missed.
We can redo it. You want me to throw my shoe at it?
No.